Hey guys, it's Drew here. Let's see, it's September 22nd, Saturday. So just about 8 days after the hurricane, or 7 days after the hurricane. What I'm going to show you here is downtown. If you're watching this video, you got to go through my channel and check the other videos, because I filmed this area before the storm, and I called it. A lot of these oak trees are down, and they fell. This is Market Street in Wilmington, North Carolina. And yeah, a lot of these oak trees came down. It's not quite so bad here yet, but you'll see up here in a minute. And they just lost a lot of their branches. I'm actually surprised some of them actually stayed up. But we only had, I believe, category 1 or 2 force winds. And you know, those were just, well, you can see where a lot of the branches came down here. But actually the road is closed up ahead. So let's pull up to that sign. I'll go around there. There's another oak tree that fell, so you can see. But up ahead, the road's closed. So I'm guessing there's either the road washed out, or some just massive trees. Probably a tree fell over and derooted the road is what I'm gonna guess. You can see we took some heavy damage down here in downtown Market Street, downtown Wilmington. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. There is a tree. Wait, oh, no. Yeah, I think there's a tree in the middle of the road. You know, that's kind of low. But there's some heavy damage over here. Something's going on there. They got bulldozers over there. But it looks like the trees and whatever else, either that, it just flooded too. Took on some heavy damage in this area. That's where New Hanover High School is here. So we're gonna keep driving along here. I'm gonna go around the side road, and we'll pull around that street. I think was a flood area. I thought a big tree fell in the road, but they've had a couple days to cut up trees and stuff. So this is the backside of New Hanover High School here. And again, like I said, you're gonna want to check my other video before the storm, because I kind of show this area. You can do a comparison. It's not too bad over here, but lots of pieces of trees. Like we took category 1, maybe category 2 winds in this area, and so it wasn't quite category 4, but as you can see, a lot of trees down in downtown. You know, 11 years of a big storm not hitting is definitely going to cause some serious damage, because the trees have time to overgrow, and a lot of them just uprooted from the wind. They didn't actually break. The roots just came out, like this one here, just came right out at the roots. So okay, so we're going to turn right here on Market Street while this guy cuts me off. Here, see, there's a lot of trees down. Okay, moving along here. And I just picked up, this is the PT Cruiser I'm in. I'm not in the Chevy Tahoe. I got a friend to drive me, and I picked up the PT Cruiser. My house did flood up to my driveway, and it actually went in my house about 1 inch. So if you're watching this video and you didn't catch my other videos, I have a video that shows the flooding inside the house. I'm very grateful it's not too bad. I just need to pull up my flooring. It didn't come above the baseboards, which is excellent. And by not coming above the baseboards, I'm able to just pull out the flooring and redo it. And I had laminate flooring, and unfortunately, the older laminate flooring just swells up. The water gets between the cracks and it swells up. Newer laminate flooring's mostly made out of waterproof, like plastic, so the joints, I could have just mopped everything up after the storm. But we're sitting at this light here waiting. Unfortunately, here we go, we're gonna move on. But yeah, so one of the things, you know, I'm glad I took the PT Cruiser to downtown in Wilmington. I owe the city management a big thanks. They opened up the parking deck free to store your car during the storm. And the parking deck is probably the safest place during a hurricane, because it's a concrete structure, it's pretty solid, and here's some major tree damage here. See, this is the big downtown oak area, and you can see this oak trees just pummeled this whole area. So I can't imagine trying to drive through here. You wouldn't have been able to come through here a day after the storm. But these big trees held up to an extent. They just lost some limbs. I would have expected it to be worse. So I'll talk to you guys while we're moving along here. You can see the trees are down. But yeah, so parking deck, if you're in a hurricane or storm, in a floodplain, the upper levels of a parking deck, look at all this. Oh my gosh, yeah, this is crazy. Just massive tree down in here. And so this is Oak Alley, I guess, where there's just tons of oak trees. But the parking deck, I parked against a concrete wall that was not open to the wind, and it really saved me. This whole area was underwater here. So yeah, just a heads up. I mean, if I had left my car in my driveway, I would have had water in the back at least. My silver Mercedes I left in the driveway thinking it would be okay. And then I took that white Mercedes that I had that didn't function. I had that towed up to the back of my house, and it flooded, but it didn't get flooding in the car, thank goodness. So I have a lot of cars sitting around. Some of them run, some of them don't, and you just got to kind of play it as it is, you know, which cars will survive the storm. And I was not expecting to get flooded in, I'm not gonna lie, but apparently all these developments they've been building in our area over the years, when you take away a grassy or natural area and you replace that with concrete, that creates water runoff, and that water has to go somewhere. Well, my neighborhood is a low-lying area, and it definitely caused more flooding than we've ever had. That was a record flood for our area. My house was built like 1985. We bought it in like 2006. Never had that much flooding. So, but then again, Florence was record flooding for all the state of North Carolina. And sadly, if you're watching this video later, it will happen again. And I guess we'll just take it again as it did. I mean, we had Hurricane Matthew just 2 years ago, did the exact same thing. It flooded out. So it is gonna happen again. And let me put the windows up here where you won't have as much feedback from. But we're gonna have floods again from major hurricanes. And that section of I-40 and that section of I-95 will be blocked off. So I guess it's gonna take a third storm over whatever period of time for them to work on building bridges in those areas so that Wilmington is not blocked off from the rest of the world. There was actually a point where Wilmington became what they said was an island. You could not have any roads in or out, even little back roads, and that's scary. That means the only relief you can get is from helicopters. The Coast Guard was flying in here for a while. So, okay, well, we're kind of out of that area with the trees. Just like, you know, videotape that and show it to you. That was Market Street, downtown Wilmington, in right up, you know, Market Street, downtown Wilmington, on September 22nd, Saturday, and the time is 2:48. So just to give you guys an idea of when and where this is. And I really hope that in another hurricane, somebody's not watching this video and seeing that, hey, this all happened again, all the flooding and all the disaster. But YouTube will be around for a while, and it's sad in the next 10 years somebody will be watching this and probably know, hey, it happened again, and we didn't learn from the past, because 2 years apart for storms, these hurricanes are just going to keep getting worse and worse. I'm not really a super global warming hippie, but I do think something is causing these storms to become worse and worse. And the only thing we can do is build up the technology we have to prevent these storms, or to build structures better and improve our technology, you know, to stop whatever. We can predict these. I mean, we had 4 to 5 days in advance. That's more than they had in the 18 and 1900s, where I'm sure the storm just came ashore and people didn't have any notice whatsoever. It was more like a tornado back then, I'm guessing. So, all right, guys, this is Drew. I want to thank my regular subscribers. I know AR's watching. Shout out to you, buddy, in San Diego. And, you know, stay cool out there. And then anybody else if you want to shout out, I appreciate you guys watching and checking out my, you know, my babbling here while I'm narrating and showing Wilmington. This is the main stretch of Market Street here. This is like the business stretch. This really didn't get damaged too bad. There's probably some flooding here. So, all right, guys, this is Drew, and stay tuned. And then hopefully in time, I'll be getting back to my fix-it videos, and I might even be doing a little repair on some of the cars that got damaged. So we'll just have to see. Thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy.